Welcome back to Total Oz Spurs. I am Jason, and we are here. It is the final match preview for the 2022-2023 Premier League season. And it's pretty much a non-existent one for us, really. We are sitting currently 8th. We literally cannot get into Europa. So Europa is now, we're out of the top 6. And we have to rely on Aston Villa to dropping points and us winning. If they draw and we win, they'll put us 7th into the Conference League. But our last game of the season is away at Ellen Road at Leeds United. And this could be a game of big proportions for them and for us. Like I just said, if we lose this game, we will miss out on any Europe next season, which could be a blessing in disguise, like Chelsea did, where they finished 8th and then won the league the next season. But let's face it, we aren't Chelsea. We don't have the money that Chelsea had, and or if we do, we don't spend it like they do. And I think it's going to be a tough game. Before we get into it, make sure if you're watching, you are liking and subscribing to the channel. We are 8 away from 100 subscribers. Please get us there. If you're joining us now or in the near future, please make sure you're smashing the subscribe button and liking the channel, and share it around, guys. If you've got any friends that are Tottenham fans, non-Tottenham fans who just want to see us suffer, by all means, share it around, guys. So Leeds away. They're fighting for their lives to stay in the Prem. They are sitting second last, joint points with Leicester, and they need a win to possibly get out of the bottom 3, which will drop Everton into the bottom 3. And for Everton and Leicester to be relegated with Southampton will be an insane end to the season. Southampton confirmed. I don't want to see Leeds go down. I honestly would rather see Everton and Leicester go down. I feel like the owners deserve the relegation. Because the fans surely don't. However, I think a relegation would really help those clubs with terms of the way the direction they're going. Everton have been spending money like there's no tomorrow the last 5 or 6 seasons, and have done nothing. And Leicester have bought well. For my opinion, they've got a decent squad, but they just, I don't know what it is. They just can't click anymore. I think a few players want to leave or retire, like Vardy, and they just haven't put the emphasis on what they want. I think they were just happy with their one Premier League, which is one more than Tottenham. But yeah, Leeds need to win this game. They can't draw. They have to win. And I think they're going to come out gung-ho. They're going to come out all guns blazing. They're going to do what they need to do to beat us. And the thing is, our defense is shit. Even with the back 4, we looked a bit more solid in terms of the way we're going forward and the way we transition going forward, but our defense is fucking shocking. The only good news is that Dyer will not be in this game. He is confirmed injured, so he is out for this game, so that his season's done. I'm hoping his Tottenham career is done at the end of this season. I don't think there's any other injuries. I think we will have Romero and Lenglet back, so that will probably be our strongest back 4 if we go back 4. I don't want to see Sanchez. I don't want to see Tanganga. I don't even want to see Lenglet and Davies, to be honest. I don't want to see any of them. But, we probably will go for a back 4. Royal, Davies, Lenglet, and Romero, if that our back 4 is available, with Forster in goal. And our midfield will probably be, to be honest, I would give it to Basuma. Skip has been up and down the last few weeks since his head clash. Højbjerg has been up and down all seasons. He scored a couple of goals, but without Bentancur, he looks like he's a shell of a player he was when him and Bentancur were cooking at the start of the season. Him and Bentancur were my 2 players of the season before the World Cup. That's the honest truth. You can go back to all the videos. That's what I thought. I don't really care what the combination is, but I wouldn't mind seeing Basuma, Skip, Basuma, Højbjerg. Basuma looked really good last game. I think Mason gave him more of a license to go forward, to carry the ball instead of just trying to get it to Harry Kane and counter or to the wing backs. I think he was allowed to hold the ball a bit more in midfield and carry it like he used to at Brighton. And he looked good. He had his best game for us. last game when he started. So, for me, I think that's a good bit of confidence. Last game of the season, let him, if he plays like that again, it's great confidence going into the new season. And he was one of the best midfielders in the league last year for Brighton. So I don't understand why we are utilising this guy in the way that Brighton did, because he was immense. He was a beast last year. And going forward, I think it's going to be Kane Kulu. I think the trial of Danjuma. Now, he didn't do anything bad. I just think his defensive work was poor, and that really, really hurt us last game. Royal was doing two men because Danjuma never got back to defend. However, he was creating runs, creating channels, running the channels, and no one was giving him the ball. We noticed that in the stream, especially the first half. He was running those channels, and no one was giving him the ball. And if it was a poor pass. That's what we really need to fix on. And I am forgetting, though, that we did play Kulu in the middle behind the front three, and it looked okay. And I wouldn't mind seeing him in that role again. To be honest, for me, I feel like Kulu is more of a player that can carry the ball, and he did carry the ball a few times. He held the ball up pretty well. He's quite strong. He's not as quick. I wouldn't mind having the same formation as last game, as opposed to not having Sanchez in the back four and having Romero there. I think it can work against Leeds. We're going to have to play a bit more defensively because of how attacking they will go. We're going to look at the likes of Luke Ayling going up the right-hand side. He's put on a lot of, or contributed a fair bit to goals and assists this season. The likes of Aronson. Somerville has had a decent season. They got, McKennie in there that can carry the ball. Harrison's quite good at carrying the ball on the wings. Last year, I actually would have bought him the way he was playing. And up front, they've got Nonto is not too bad, and Bamford, he comes and goes, but he can score. He has scored against us before, and Rodrigo, the likes of Rodrigo. They're a good attacking team, and they play. They're going to come out gun ho. They're not going to be scared of us, and that's a worry for me, because defensively we're just poor. And you know what, guys, I just can't wait for the season to end. But I'm also dreading it because I don't know what we're going to do in the near future with our club. I'm quite worried in what Levy's got planned for us. I honestly do not think that he's going to do what he needs to do and give us what we need. But that's unfortunately that's what we have to deal with. So I've let us know my score prediction. Let's be honest, guys. I don't think anyone can go into this game looking confident. But I do think we'll come out of it with a decent result. I think we'll get a 2-1, 3-1 win for me if we hold off their attack. That's a massive if, because we can't seem to hold off a fucking wet blanket. And yeah, that's my prediction. So there's one thing I want to touch on. This could be Harry Kane's last game for the club. We all know he's winning trophies. He's openly admitted it. He's openly said it that all he wants is trophies. Our managerial thing that I'm going to, our managerial appointment, I'm going to touch on soon, but that's in the shambles. And it's not very encouraging for Harry Kane to stay. And the way the club is, if we're not in Europe next year, it's if he does stay, it's his last season. I think he'll go on a free, and we'll miss out on the big pay that we'll get from Harry Kane. So be prepared for the way he reacts. This could be his last game for Tottenham. And then we're going to go straight into the managers. Arne Slot has openly rejected Tottenham. He wants to stay at Feyenoord. I think that's where he is. He wants to stay at the club that he's at because he's won I think he won the cup. The Riverdale with him. Pretty sure they have. Yep. So they won the league this year. There's I wouldn't leave them. Like, coming to us, we're a shambles. They won it by 10 points this year. He's got them playing fantastic football. I did have a bit of a look on him. recently. The way they play looks great. And so he's open to turn us down. He's going to be in Champions League next season, and good on him. I'm glad that he's stuck to his guns. He stayed loyal, but he's also sticking to the better project, because Tottenham is a shambles at the fucking moment. And now we are linked with Ange Postecoglou. I know him fairly well, living in Australia, even though I am English. He's coached the Australian team. They love him over here. He's probably Australia's most known manager in recent times, probably their best manager, I would say, from looking at his football. He's doing quite well in Celtic, got them back to winning the league. And he's the kind of manager that is very attacking. He goes for it. He's not scared to go for it. And that's what I'll give it to him. He's not scared. Unlike Conte or even partially Mason, if he wants to stick 5 strikers on the pitch and go, I'm pretty sure he's got the balls to do it. And that's the Australian background in him. He is Greek of heritage, but in Australia they kind of just go, fuck it, let's just go for it. And that's kind of the mentality that has rubbed off on me since being here for 20 years. But I'm not too excited about Ange. I think he's a step down from the likes of Pochettino, Arne Slot, from the time from like Nagelsmann, even the likes of, I'm going to say it, Brendan Rodgers and Graham Potter. I think Ange has managed some half decent sides. He's done okay with Celtic, but I don't know if his kind of style of football is. I think it's too attacking at times. So I'm not too excited. I don't really want him. Excuse me. I don't really want him, and I openly admit that he's not. For me, he's not the manager that I want. I actually probably would want Nuno back now. I really don't. Nuno was dog shit. I'd rather see how Ange goes than have Nuno, but I'm not too excited. And I don't know about you guys, but we are in a shambles. And I don't class us as top 6. I'm sorry, we've dropped out. Newcastle have dropped in. I know Chelsea have had a shit season this year. They'll be back next year. They'll find a formula that works, or Todd Bowley will just fuck off and they'll get someone that knows what to do with the club. And Liverpool, they just missed out on top 4 this year, even though they've been dog shit for half the season. And it's crazy how much we've capitulated since Conte's left. And I think it was inevitable. I don't think we would have capitulated this bad under Conte if Conte stayed, but I do think it was leading. The signs were there for us to start dropping down the table slowly. I think we probably would have stayed 5th or 6th. I don't think Brighton or Liverpool would have overtaken us if Conte did stay, because he is that caliber of manager. However, I don't think. I mean, I'm going to say you're crazy to think that we wouldn't have come into this position if Conte stayed, because I think we would have. You can say, he kept us 4th for so long. Yeah, okay. But when he left, teams were starting to come off all their cup runs. Teams are dropping out of cups. The table was starting to form. Teams were playing their games in hand. Brighton has played all their games in hand. I'm pretty sure now they're guaranteed top 6. They're guaranteed Europa football this year. And the crazy thing is West Ham sitting 15th, can't get dropped, could be playing Europa next year. And you know what? I got a mate at work. Shout out to Dan. He was born in England, moved over here when he was a young'un. And I said to him today that, at work this morning, that I'm going to congratulate him if they win, because at least they're going for trophies. We were in that competition last year and we bottled it. We didn't treat it with the respect that we should. Any trophy is better than no trophy. I don't care if you think it's a tin pot European trophy. If we won that and had 8th, we would have gotten to Europa League. We would have knocked out we would have got into there, and then it would have given us a little bit of a platform and go, we've won a trophy. Take the pressure off just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. People can't say we got no trophies. Yeah, they can mock us and say, it's only a conference. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's probably equivalent to a League Cup, maybe just a bit more than a League Cup, but it's still a trophy. People can't say that you haven't won any. So, dark times are ahead, people. We will be doing a live watch along, 1:30 a.m. Monday morning, the last watch along of the season. I'm going to be on there no matter what time I got work. It's the last one, and we're going to be there. Can't guarantee what other boys will be because other boys have other commitments. And then after that, we'll be doing a match review and probably a season review video. So probably 2 more videos after that. And then that will be us for this season. And we're going to have a break, do some editing, do some rework on the designs of the channel, of the videos, and then we'll be back for the transfer window. I think it's starting on the 14th of June. So that will be when we will start producing some new videos for you guys, some new content. We've been saying about it this year, but the last few months have been crazy for me. Getting engaged and all that sort of stuff. And, I went back to England because my cousin passed away. So it's been really hard to put my mind onto content. But this next, it's only fucking, 3 weeks away? Yeah, 2.5 weeks away. We're going to spend that 2.5 weeks really trying to push out some quality content for you guys, or quality stuff to create content with. So, make sure you're here for the preseason. We're gonna, I am trying to sort out if I can go to Perth to watch Tottenham play West Ham, but at the moment it's probably a no-go. The cost of it's insane just to go across the country. If you're in London, you could probably go all the way to fucking Turkey with the amount it's costing just to go to the game and get a ticket, let alone accommodation. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, that's me. Thank you for watching. Make sure you're smashing a like and subscribing to the channel, and share it around to all your friends, please. Road to 100 is on. 8 more subs. Really appreciate it, guys, if you do sub for us. And hit the comments down. I want to hear what you think about the game this weekend. Actually, it's probably tomorrow by this time this video goes out. And let me know what you think. Let me know how you think we're going to go. Give me your score predictions. And, I'll catch you on the watch along. As we always say here, guys, take it easy. And as always, stay Spursy.